Yo guys, Cuchallain here and welcome to the stream. The hype is indeed real. Pre-stream, the best stream. I like kind of both. Pre-stream, post-stream, and during the actual stream. During the actual stream should really be the best stream. I'm just going to like my own video because I'm weird like that. And then I'm going to start sharing screen because that would help. Okay, so I'm going to share my entire screen. Make it go all matrixy. But yeah, the site we're going to be using today, as usual, is Jinjo Jess's Tumblr because she amazingly went through all 4 of these pages and translated every single thing. So if you have a Tumblr and you're not following Jinjo Jess yet, you really need to. I'm just going to post out that link immediately because, goddamn, that's amazing. Did I add it to my thing? I don't think. No, I did. I was nice enough so that you guys could prepare for it. But yeah, we've learned a lot of information this week. Hello, guys. I know, yeah, I think I said hello. But yeah, if I didn't, hello, guys. Welcome to the stream. If you're joining just now, if you're on your way, man, lies pre-stream best. No, man. So many live streams today, for real. Like, there were so many things to do. I was so far behind on Bungo and stuff. But yeah. We're going to be going through the new information that we've got today. I'm even going to bring this out as a separate window so I can look at the chat at the same time. That's the easiest way to do things. Just so you know, that's not porn. That's important for later. I'm actually going to open that up now just to prove it. That is just all stuff to do with the characters from V3. Because I realized as soon as I saw that, someone was going to jump on that. Be like, cool, what the hell was that folder? Now you know. It's important. It's research material. So yeah, hey guys, welcome to the craziness that is my stream. Hotaru was indeed in there. Hotaru is amazing. And Hotaru Seiyuu is one of the new Seiyuu for Danganronpa V3, so that's awesome. I know you guys don't believe me. It's cool. I completely understand. So yeah, with this new scan, and these are goddamn high quality pictures, I know, because it actually took my internet a second to load them up. But yeah, they've got like all these big notes of information. They're talking about new things in the system. They're talking about the maps, the world of the school, and Monokumars and stuff like that. So it's been a bunch of new stuff released over these last few days. One of the most important things, if I can find the little picture, is this thing, which is amazing because it has 3 of the girls at the same time. For one thing, my favorite girl, Himiko, but then the other 2 as well, Angie and I don't actually remember the ninja's name. But yeah, I'm going to load that up in a bigger version because I know I saved that as a big version. I called it triple. T for triple. Did I go past it? Yes, I did. Yeah, this thing. What it essentially is in this one is showing one of the new mechanics in the game wherein you can have multiple people saying things at the same time. And you could decide if you wanted to cut through this one or that one or that one or just let them all go out. But that's the thing. There's going to be multiple things on the screen at the same time that are going to be quite different. I'm wondering if they're going to use the Vita and PS4 controllers touchpad controls so that you can actually slice through 2 or 3 at a time if you wanted to. Like with a PS4 controller, you could slice diagonally like that, or you could slice like that, like that. Like it's a way that you could cancel out 1 or 2 at the same time. But essentially what this is all 3 of the girls at the same time basically saying, I didn't murder them. And, you know, it's that idea. You're going to have multiple people talking at the same time, arguing backwards and forwards. It's going to be so much more hectic. There's going to be a lot more of the whole, like, energy to it. I mean, they've talked about the scrum debate as well, where you'll have the whole class trial area transform into, like, 2 sides, each arguing the same argument. And that would be like Danganronpa 1 and 2, where you're like trying to convince one person or one group at a time to your thing. But the rest of the trials are going to be like this. There's going to be everyone talking at the same time with their own little cut-ins. So that is going to really make it so much more intense. And yeah, they do look like Himiko looks amazingly sassy. I love it. She is doing like a "Sorry what you got yo" kind of thing. So that's so cool. Hope not too cookie. Angie honestly scares me for the fact that she can look so chill while being accused of murder. Yeah, she looks so chill. She looks like she's just taking it in her stride. I think the witch girl is one of the characters that will die. I think she'll actually be a murderer. I think if she's a murderer with her magician talent, like she'll be able to do that really well. Yo, Keto, welcome to the stream. I'm just scrolling up for a second because I need to check something. 87 people. Goddamn. So yeah, Jinjo Jess was nice enough to translate everything for us. So let's actually get into this and see what they've actually said. I'm not going to lie. I've already read through it. I'm already excited by some of it. Some of it, not so much. The prison school for gifted rules, like rules down here, are going to be really interesting. So yeah, I'll just start. Title across both pages: the new killing game rules. The students are tangled in. So that's what this basically says. Oh man, I'm so happy. A bold, detailed story that will betray your expectations. Memorable characters drawn by Komatsuki Rui, not Ryu. A game system centered around finding the contradictions in testimony at school trials to find the blackened, the culprit of the case. It's the one and only Danganronpa series. The new installment will have brand new characters and setting. The curtain opens on 16 new students participating in a killing game at the prison school for the gifted. This time we'll take a look at the school rules and secrets, as well as the school life cycle, i.e. the game throw. Nasty monkeys. Yes, somebody is already jumping on that. And no, nasty monkeys does not actually mean the Monokumas. It's controlled by the Monokumas. We'll get into that. So these are the school rules. This is going to be essentially, you know, everything. It happens every time in Danganronpa 1 and 2. You get given a little school notebook. The first thing Monokuma does is say, hey, bitches, read the goddamn school notebook. And you have to go through the rules and be like, oh, okay. So yeah, number 1. There's no end date for the communal school life at the prison school for the gifted. So there's no getting out. There's no time for this to end. You don't have like 26 days in Danganronpa 2. You don't have... Did they have a time limit in Danganronpa 1? I don't think they did. They had the decision to just stay there forever. Who would sleep with Monokuma? Like everyone. God, he's so sexy. Especially in Junko version, because it is technically Junko. But if you've watched Mahou Shoujo Ikusei Kaku, then you know, like, Monokuma has a child already. But yeah, when a murder occurs, everyone must participate in a school trial. That's cool. I love you too, bad guy. Marry me, like, have my children, and then I'll marry you. If the true culprit is found during the trial, then only the guilty party will be executed. If the culprit is not found during the trial, everyone except the guilty party will be executed. So those first 4, straight up, like, essentially Danganronpa rules. If the culprit succeeds in getting away with their crime, they will graduate and be permitted to leave. Same thing. If the innocent continue to win, this is where it gets weird, man. Rule 6 is serious right here. If the innocent continues to win, the game will end when there are only 2 participants remaining. That is so many levels of freaky. This is the first time where we've had Monokuma plan out a rule for pretty much everyone to die. That's the point where no longer will there be able to be any murderers because there's only 2 of you left. One of you would have to kill the other one and then there wouldn't be a class trial. So from that setup, from the fact that they have that rule 6, I mean, it's so different from the general idea of Danganronpa where there was like the whole storyline that you'll get out of here someday. It's fine. Like this person, unlike Junko, has planned out for the end of the game, for the game to end, for something to happen where there's only 2 of you left alive. And even then, it doesn't say if you like win or anything, man. It doesn't say if you get released, like the 2 of you get released after that, or if it's just you stay in the prison school forever then. Will there be 8 chapters then? There could well be, man. That's what's so amazing. It sounds like you're going to be killing everyone down to 2. Keep in mind, it might not be that there will be 8 chapters because there is this general idea to this game of like groups working together and trying to backstab each other. So it could be, rather than there being 8 chapters, there could still be 5 chapters, especially since we do have the 5 Monokumas and now we're finding out about the 5 naughty monkeys, I think they were called. Were they called naughty monkeys? We'll get to them. It's something monkeys. We'll get to them when we get to them. But yeah, it sounds a bit like the Mono Beasts from Danganronpa 2. So yeah, it sounds like there still will be 5 chapters. There'll probably just be more deaths per chapter. Multiple deaths kind of thing. If it's only 2 this time, it's obviously Kaede and question mark / detective. I don't know, man. Maki is really creepy looking in this one. That's what I'm imagining. Yeah, Maki and Kaede, I could totally see. Naughty monkeys. I think that's it, yeah. The hours between 10 and 8 are designated at nighttime, and the cafeteria and gym will be locked. Pretty basic. Violence against Headmaster Monokuma is strictly prohibited. Monokuma will not interfere or aid with murders. He just like gives you lots of reasons to do it. Your monopod should be kept safe, and please do not break it. So I'm guessing that's the new like little computer you carry around in your pocket. Rather than having a student ID book, you literally have a monopod, which is essentially an iPad kind of thing, where you can go through your start button stuff, find out the rules, probably raise some pets. There may be some mini games in this one, rather than just a little like pet. Is there a limit of two kills this time too? That's the thing. The body just like I'll go through this. The body discovery announcement will be played when 3 or more students discover a body. Students are free to investigate the school at will. There are no restrictions on this. Anyone who breaks the school rules will be punished by the nasty monkeys. The headmaster may add rules at any time. So, yeah, there is no more rule saying the murderer can only kill one person at a time. Just like, I mean, they only really added that rule on the fly during Danganronpa 2, where it was like you can only kill 2 people at maximum at a time, because then they started to question it. They were like, what if I want to kill everyone kind of thing? It was like, no, that wouldn't be any fun. So yeah, there doesn't seem to be any limit in this one. That's why I do think there are going to be more things where it's going to be like 2 or 3 kills at a time. Groups working together to kill other groups. Spoilers, everyone dies. That would be pretty fun. Fuck, Keebo needs to live, guys. Keebo's a robot. He's not really alive anyway. If he really is a robot. I really like the theory Sun Wukong threw out the other week that he's just like a Chunibyo pretending to be a robot. Oh, man. So, yeah, the site of the killing game, the prison school for the gifted. This is where it gets interesting as well. They're putting a ton of emphasis on this prison school for the gifted. And if you see this one where it's like, number 12, students are free to investigate the school at will. There are no restrictions on this. That combined with like the daily schedule that I'll get to down there, it makes it sound like the school is going to be a hell of a lot bigger, and you're going to be able to explore it a lot more, and that will actually be important to the scenarios. Like it sounds like rather than triggering events by having the right items in your inventory, if you spend your time right and manage your time right, similar to the Persona series, you go to the right areas at the right time, you may end up triggering some events and exploring like new depths to characters or new depths to the main story as a whole. So yeah, it sounds like it's going to be a lot better. The prison school for the gifted, with wild grass growing through the floors and the air of an abandoned building. It's prepared especially by the Monokumas, a group calling themselves Monokuma's Children, for the 16 super high school level students to have their killing game in. For this purpose, there are the strict school rules. Because of number 5 and the fact that the students are locked in the school, you can imagine that they want to escape into the outside world. There's also the item called the monopod in number 10. Perhaps this will take the place of the electronic student ID card. Yeah. Picture caption. In this game, like the previous installments, you can move in the protagonist's point of view. There's also a mini-map added in the lower right, so you have a better idea of where you are. So it's that idea as well that they've added the mini-map. They've apparently made the 3D environments look a lot damn prettier. So I am thinking there's going to be a lot more exploration in this one. Maybe you'll have less areas that are completely cordoned off, and you'll be able to explore more and really get more into depth into the world and why they've set this up and how they've set this up. Hell, there may even be a scenario where you can actually escape, but I doubt it. I do doubt it. I just want Tarzan to live. Hashtag let Tarzan live. Tarzan needs to be free, man. Yeah. First secret to the prison school for the gifted number 1, super high school level. This is where we start to get some story from the actual like whole storyline going on and what kind of world we're living in. So this is big important stuff for like the major plot going on in Danganronpa V3. The 16 super high school level students were chosen by the government through the implementation of a special promotional system called the Gifted System. The system was founded to cultivate geniuses from all over the country, so these students who are predicted to have a promising future not only receive promotional funds, but also rights such as the right to vote or run for office. So, we are living in a goddamn dictatorship, boys and girls. That is why it's so fucked up. It sounds like the Future Foundation may have taken over the world, or someone like the Future Foundation. It's this whole idea that people that aren't ultimates. Like, it's only the students that become super high school level that get the right to vote. So if you weren't an ultimate student, if you were a normal student throughout your career, you literally can't vote. All the normal people don't get to choose who's running the country. They are just cogs in the system. They are essentially slaves below humans. The kind of thing that Juzo Sakakura was talking about in Danganronpa 3. And yeah, obviously they can't run for office either. That sounds so deep, man. And yeah, the fact that the students were selected by the government as well and locked in the prison by the government, maybe. Or no, maybe they were just made super high school level by the government and then the Monokumas snatched them. Or was it Dictator Guy? Who knows, man? Maybe that's it. Maybe one of his ultimate things is he wants to run for president and continue. Oh, man. All of the blue people, it's going to be sick. That could be an interesting way as well. If they break out of the prison, we actually get some extra chapters outside the prison rather than just inside. Oh, man. The students gathered at the school. The super high school level students are spread all over the country, so they haven't had a chance to meet face-to-face before now. So why are these 16 gathered here? Oh, man. Special rights for students. Students can use research labs to put in place for their individual talents to own their skills. That one sounds very interesting as well. Question mark, question mark, question mark, most likely doesn't have a talent. I kind of agree with that too. I kind of think he may be the ultimate unlucky student. So he doesn't really have a talent so much as a curse, but I really like the idea of him being ultimate unlucky and being chosen to be thrown into this prison by accident or by luck. And actually that works so much well. I mean, if you have an ultimate lucky student every Hope's Peak Academy, yeah, what if that's what they've done? They've done the reverse. They've chosen one person at random that was normal and thrown them in with the students. And so he's the ultimate unlucky student. And so he's going to have something like Nagito and Naegi's kind of luck just going against him rather than with him. That's so cool. I didn't even think about that. Thank you for pointing that out. That like adds to my ultimate unlucky student theory. Oh, that's awesome. Because I thought originally he might have been the fall guy for a crime if they were all committed in that way. But if they've been put in here by the Monokumas, by the government, that's so much cooler. I think Rantaro is the ultimate stripper. Yeah, I know, right? If only. We can hope. Special rights for students. Yeah, it was this thing about students being able to use research labs for their individual talents to hone their skills. A lot of people are theorizing that that could mean that you're going to be able to level up your talent or you're going to be able to use your talent in different ways. I mean, for Kaede, it's just piano playing. So I don't see how that would help you too much. It could just be world building. It could just literally be like on the outside, only ultimate students get to use labs and normal students have to go to like basic schools. But it sounds like they're actually going to be inside or that you get outside eventually and then you get to own your talent. But who knows, man? Who knows? And yeah, you have like in the first or second picture, page 2, you have Akamatsu talking to the detective saying she's never met another super high school level. So it's that general idea that even though there are a ton of them, they've never actually met anyone. He won't read my comment. What did you say, man? I didn't. If you really want me to read a comment, what you have to do is put my name in it. Because then they like glow blue if they have my name in it. So yeah, do that. Hey, anime fun. Maybe the research labs are like the rooms in DR1. That could be. Actually, that's a good idea. Maybe the research labs are where they sleep, their home quarters. Maybe each one's designated for one of them. Like you have Kaede's home quarters will be full of music stuff, and that's where she sleeps, but also where she does her talent stuff. Similar, like everyone will have their own unique room, which is owned just for them. Distraction? Cuchallain, these nuts. You see how that glows blue? It instantly drew my attention to it, even though it was just these nuts. What the fuck did the dictator do? Is he controlling a country? Is he Kim Jong-un? That's the question, man. Maybe he took over like in a school, like a middle school at some point. And so they decided to throw him in here. Oh, man. Okay, so the first secret to the prison school for the gifted number 2. Nasty monkeys. Within the school, there's a sophisticated anthropomorphic animal killing weapons known as the nasty monkeys to enforce the school rules. As the name suggests, they are monkeys, 5 in total, in different colors. Each one is piloted by a Monokuma's member, and he'll punish any student who breaks the school rule. So, within the school, nasty monkeys, essentially, they bring in the Mono Beasts back. What if Munakata made this prison and threw all these kids in here? I think Munakata grew to a point where he didn't want to do that. Maybe he started it originally for a good reason, and the Monokumas have taken it over. That's possible. When do you think the witch girl would die? Probably straight away in like chapter 1, unfortunately. I think if I zoom in on... All right, I have to save that. You can't zoom in it that way. But I think you can actually see one of the monkeys. I'm going to name this 1111. That's the easiest way to find it. 1111. Oh, it'll be at the bottom. Damn you, Windows 10. Where's this Monokuma nasty monkey? That thing. It looks like a giant mecha. So I'm imagining that's going to be the angry, nasty monkey thing. And that one's in blue. So it probably refers to Monokido, the blue one with the guitar. And you can see it's got a nice little sound effect like it's coming out of a manga as well. And it's all... That's still back in prologue. That's the craziest thing. They're going to have the nasty monkeys around. At the same time, I have no idea what this is about. That kind of looks like a monkey too. But yeah, that is so cool to me. Just the fact that we've got the Mono Beasts coming back, but they're actually going to be patrolling around in general, checking for who breaks the school rules. And you know straight away, someone's going to get killed for breaking a rule. There's always one that gets killed off because they don't take the rules seriously. They think it's just joking. So somebody's going to get crushed like that by the nasty monkey. Hagakure is Izuru 2.0. Please no. Maybe when it says they can vote, it means it's a privilege because they're underage students. That would make a lot of sense, actually. I thought it meant super high school level in general, but you're right. Maybe it just means super high school level students in high school can actually vote because they're yearly. What if the other students are the rest of the students that were trapped in the individual rooms like Makoto's sister and Despair Girls? I guess. I mean, those were mainly family members of the original cast, right? But yeah, it could be. It could be they collected ultimate students that way. What if there's your Nagito with green hair is the son of Nagito and Monica? That's just craziness, but possible. I'm going to continue scrolling down now because there's a lot of questions. So I'm going to get to the questions at the end of this stream. But first off, the voice cast has been revealed. 22 voices for 16 students. Monokuma and the Monokumas. So yeah, they did this whole list. I wrote everything down. But the essential idea is we've got some major talent in this. I mean, Inoue, Kikuo, there are people that have been around forever in this. Who was it? Like Koichi Yamadera does Donald Duck in all of the Disney dubs in Japanese. He was Cheese in Unpun Man. He was Spike Spiegel in Cowboy Bebop. So he's been around for about 40, 30 years. More than 30 years, I think. Probably around 40. Doing crazy amounts of voices. Hikaru no Kawa, Sakamoto, Megumi Hayabasha, Wang Dora from Doraemon, Pen Pen from and Ray and Evangelion, literally Hello Kitty. So this is my thing. You've noticed in the last bunch of games, whenever there's someone evil mascot character-y, they're normally someone who's done cute voices in the past, like cute, adorable, like the original Monokuma was done by the Doraemon voice. And Usagi Usami-chan was done... I forget her name. She did another adorable mascot character. I can't remember it. I think it was one of the characters from Doraemon, or maybe it was one of the other cuter ones. But yeah, things like that. Pekka Pekayama was Sailor Moon. They always make jokes about the past that Seiyuu have had. So yeah, one of the things that I really like is that this chick, Megumi Hayashibara, who doesn't seem to be one of the Monokumas, but she's been in things for like years and years, but she was Hello Kitty, she was Pen Pen in Evangelion, and Wang Dora in Doraemon, which could set her up to be in connection with the bad guys, because they normally do have those connections to cute, adorable children's shows from the past. And the person that we've actually been like concluded is going to play all 5 of the Monokumas is Akiotsuka. Unless they're tricking us. I mean, they listed him 5 times. And he's got like a really good voice for like really big manly men, which is interesting to me that he's doing the Monokumas, and one of them is going to be a female Monokuma as well. So I don't know, man. I don't know what's going to go on in that. He's probably going to do really well, though. Like, I heard some of the voices he does, and they are amazing. She'll be Maki's VA. Who do you think is going to be Maki's VA? I mean, I had some guesses for some of these as well. One of the ones that really interests me as well. Damn it, what was her name? I mean, they've got Amaru-chan from Himoto Amaru-chan, which is hilarious because they did that big parody making Monica look like Amaru-chan at the end of Danganronpa 3. But they've also got... One of the chicks has not done anything else. Like, she's only done one role. That's it. Minori Suzuki. She's done Freya Wion from Macross Delta. That's literally it. She literally went in for a Macross Delta advertised place, and she managed to get the role, and people were really excited and surprised by it. But yeah, she hasn't done any other anime roles. But she's so like adorable in that role. So I'm hoping for her to be Himiko because she has like a really good taunting laugh and voice. So yeah, man. Just want whoever Tokui voice to do a Nico Nico Ni. I know, right? I'm hoping the Nico Nico Ni girl is going to play the ultimate cosplayer and she's going to cosplay as her, because that would be adorable. 1 second, I just need to check something real quick. I haven't refreshed this enough because I have something else to do tonight and I hope I'm not going to be late for it. 10:15, 10 p.m. Yep, I have 15 minutes. That's cool. Okay. So yeah, the voice cast. I'm going to do a video on the voice cast and who I think each person is going to be playing, because I have some good ideas based on past examples. Who plays Tarzan? We don't actually know for sure yet, but I've got an idea. I think they're tricking us with the 5 times Yamadota Koichi thing. So, I mean, Yamadota Koichi has done other roles that have been massive, massive guys. If I bring up like the cast list again, because I've been preparing for a video all about this, but he's done like Alexander. I shouldn't be doing that in full view. He's done like Alexander, and he did the King Andragoras, and he did that guy from Ghost in the Shell. So he does a lot of big burly men, as well as the fact that he's also going to be doing all the Monokumas. I'm wondering if he's only doing 4 of the Monokumas, and we're going to have one of the girls doing the 5th one, the pink one, and he's also going to be playing Gonta. Who do you think is going to be the first Blackened? I don't know. Probably Magician Girl, because I love her so much, Himiko. Investigate every corner of the school to solve all the mysteries. That's where it gets interesting as well. It just adds to that idea that you are going to be able to trigger events by going to different areas and getting to different areas. There are many areas put into place, such as the cafeteria equipped with a kitchen and a large-scale storage room. The large school has been rendered in more realistic 3D. Screenshot caption: 2D characters will appear in the 3D world. Yeah, just like before. It's just going to look a lot better. I have a feeling Shimono might be Oma. Yeah, I think Shimono, like he normally does really bright, energetic voices and kind of silly characters. So I didn't actually see him as Oma, but he could fit it because he has got that very youthful voice. It would suit Oma, like certainly when he wasn't going all crazy and like Chun-Li style. But yeah, you messed up the names a bit. I don't know, man. I mess up all names. School life cycle of the prison school for the gifted. This installment story is sectioned off in a similar way to other parts of the series. Each chapter, 3 main parts: daily life, the investigation, and the school trial. If you find a culprit during the trial, you will advance to the next chapter of the story. If you don't, there's probably going to be a bad ending. It doesn't sound like there's going to be any luck of us being able to kill other people or just being able to go on. Wonder what the execution music will sound like. It will probably sound amazing. We'll find out soon. Part 1, the strange atmosphere of the student daily lives. In the daily life sections, the super high school level students can talk and go about their school lives. In this part, they can plan to get out of school and so on. Headmaster Monokuma will bring out motives to get the students to kill each other. There are also parts that move along the story greatly. What's interesting there is they talk about there are parts that move along the story greatly as if they have to be triggered rather than they just go by day to day. So it sounds like to me anyway. Yamadera is the one who does Corazon and Spike Spiegel. Oh. Damn. Okay, I will replace that later. Thank you for letting me know, Akana. Screenshot spoken by Amami. It was kindly written here. Seems like there's an exit at the end of the tunnel. By Monokuma. Please relax and kill each other. Only one person will win. Just talking about the manga paneling. So that's page 3. So that's this stage here where you've got like her speaking and him speaking and Monokuma saying, just go ahead and kill each other. It's all cool. Sat here listening to the stream while doing an assignment. Ouch. Page 3. Free time. During the daily life section, you can use your free time. As the name implies, you can walk around and investigate the huge school. As Akamatsu Kaede, you can also talk to other characters and start conversations. I found it really weird in the wording there as well, where it says, as Akamatsu Kaede. I mean, maybe it just literally means because you're going to be playing as her, but it almost sounds like you can do 2 different things with 2 different people. But I mean, that does bring back the idea of the monopod as well and possibly being able to play games and stuff like that. But it does add some fuel to the idea of there being 2 protagonists, possibly Kaede and Mr. question mark, question mark, question mark. Gathering evidence from the school trial. When Monokuma's desired murder happens, at 3 or more people discover the body discover announcement will play throughout the school. Basically the same as always. The signal will start the investigation part. In this part, you investigate the crime scene and talk to other students, gathering crucial evidence for the trial. Once all the evidence has been collected, the school trial, where the surviving students will debate to find the true culprit, will begin. Spoken by Shinguji. When the body discovered announcement played, I was at the cafeteria. Shinguji uses boku, apparently is a fan of outdated kanji. So yeah, Shinguji's going to be kind of old-fashioned and uses boku rather than watashi or ore. So he's going to be quite a youthful character. Otsuka Akio as the Don does martial D Ujibe. When it says only the first person will win, it makes me think that 2 people will kill at the same time. I know, right? Actually, yeah. Now that you mentioned that, only one person will win. No, I think that means only one person will win as in during the class trial, like you won't get multiple outcomes. I don't know, maybe. Well, if you can hack the monopads, that would be a pretty cool idea. If you can spend your time doing that and then use email systems or check on the outside world or unlock other things, it would definitely make sense. Blackbeard from One Piece. I don't watch One Piece, Arcana. I just literally wrote down things that I knew them from. That's why they'll mostly be recent anime more than anything else. Use observations to check every nook and cranny. Yeah, it's just the same thing. You can press one of the shoulder buttons to be able to see all the special spots. Things Jess never uses, so she must spend a long time just investigating everything and nothing. As long as Bryce Paperbrook doesn't do any of the English voice acting in the game, I'm fine. Well, yeah, that's the one bad thing. Like, Megumi Ogata isn't coming back. But that does mean Bryce Paperbrook shouldn't come back either then. Kyoraku Shinsui then. I don't know that one either, unfortunately. I think Folklore Guy is the mastermind. He seems suspect along with Tense Player Dude. Tense Player Dude just seems like a freak to me. Folklore Dude, he seems kind of suspicious, but he's also like too suspicious. I prefer the idea of someone like Maki, who has been shown to be so cute and innocent and sweet in all the trailers, but in that original art, she's doing the shush kind of symbol with a hand, and she's like the ultimate nursery teacher. It's kind of weird to me. I really think she's going to be voiced by, what's her name, by the way? Kiko Inoue, because she always does like mothering characters, like Sanai's mother from Clannad, Belle Dandy from Oh My Goddess, and Ara kind of voice. Ara kind of thing, where she's like adult and calming. So I can imagine her either being Maki because of the teacher thing, or the cosplayer just because she looks like an ara kind of girl. Break the contradictions to discover the culprit. The school trial marks the climax of the chapter's story. Your goal is to use the evidence you've collected and find the culprit of the murder. However, during debates, other students will offer their insights, which often include misconceptions or speculation. Find the culprit using the evidence you've collected and testimony from the trial to break the contradictions. So yeah, that's just the normal thing of being able to fire evidence at things. Caption: evidence and testimony gathered during the investigation part becomes a kotodama, a weapon to break the contradictions during the trials. Using a kotodama to break a contradiction moves the debate along. So that's essentially saying it's the same thing as always. Just you collect evidence, they become truth bullets, you fire them and break things. Just they're not quite calling them truth bullets anymore. Probably because we now have truth bullets and lie bullets and other bits of evidence. Like truth bullets never really quite made sense. Kotodama is just a better way to do it, I guess. Now that we've got all kinds of things being able to use. I love Bryce Paper. I loved it when he played Naegi and Nagito. No, you're not going to get much hate for that. He's just, some people really love him. Some people really love his Nagito, but hate his Naegi. He's very polarizing. From the article writer, Giant Kuroda's Eye. Being on the Vita and the PS4 means that V3's trials have powered up across the board. So yeah, they've got like higher detailed backgrounds and characters, and there's supposed to be a bigger school. So yeah, it's going to be amazing. It's become even more like a real argument. If the number of times you have to break increases, will it also make your jaw more tired like in real life? So yeah, it's that general idea that you're going to have multiple people speaking at the same time as well. You're going to have to break multiple contradictions all in one go. And that's why I really do think the touchpad is going to be used there. New elements in trials. There have been many new things added to the school trials, as seen in the picture below. Multiple characters who have been doubted will speak at once. And things seem like they can get out of hand. So that's the picture that we had before with like the three waifus all speaking at the same time. And yes, I won't call them the three waifus. Where you'll have like multiple people saying essentially the same thing at the same time. I mean, Jess actually translated it for us. That all three of them, like Yumine says, I'm not the culprit. Chabashira? Chabashira says, Tenko isn't the culprit, I swear. And Yonaga says, Angie isn't the culprit. Keep in mind, they're both talking about themselves there. So Tenko's talking about Tenko, Angie's talking about Angie. They're talking about themselves, each one. So all of them are just saying, I'm not the culprit, essentially. And I suppose at that kind of point, you'd have to cut through the ones you think are bullshit. My God, I still love Witch Girl's face, man. She looks so snorky. So yeah, I like the idea of you being able to cut through multiple things at once. Saying cosplayer is either going to cosplay Izuru or Junko, and Maki will get triggered if they're her parents. If they are her parents, that would be quite cool. Yumine uses Uchi as a personal pronoun and also uses many manly things like Zo. Both Chabashira and Yonaga apparently refer to themselves in third person. So yeah, Yumino using like old-fashioned and male pronouns means she probably is going to be quite masculine and not very girly, very tomboyish. So the idea that she may be kind of like Hiyoko, especially with that facial expression, definitely possible. And there are a few good, like, well-known Seiyuu for doing guys in this as well. Like even Maya Sakamoto, I don't think she's actually going to play Himiko. I think she's probably going to play either Maki or Irina because connections to things. But she's played like CL Phantom Hive, so she's already good at doing like masculine voices. And just the idea there, man. But there's Mikako Komatsu as well, who was Hotaru and Aoharu Kikanju, Saikai and Origeiru, and Rose in Asteria. Like she has a very masculine sounding voice as well. Like she's played a lot of traps. She's played, in fact, I'll look up those pictures again because I have them already, so I might as well use them since I'm going to be making a video soon. But yeah, she's been playing, where's Hotaru? She's like played Hotaru, which is a girl who dresses up like a boy. Rose, who is a girl who essentially just acts like a boy all the time anyway. And Totsuka, who is a boy who looks ridiculously like a girl. So yeah, she's already got like a lot of practice playing a trap role. And so I'm wondering if she's going to do that again, possibly playing as the maid who can switch with her brother, or possibly, you know, playing as Himiko would make sense as well, come to think of it, because she does have that already very masculine speaking voice, the deeper voice than most girls. Yumino could be Chihiro 2.0 trap. She could be. If she turns out to be a guy, I wouldn't even mind. I'd still be in love with her. I'm not even going to deny it. I forgot she played as CL. Yeah, she was really good as CL. Maya Sakamoto is always incredible in every role she does. She does very different kind of voices. Her evil laugh is one of the best. So she's definitely another one. When we find out who plays who, she's definitely another one to look out for because she may be evil as fuck. Especially like if she does get Maki. Anyone who gets Maki, man, we have to look into their backstory. So yeah, that's it for like the 4 pages that have been translated. They've gone through the new mechanics. They've shown off some of the things. We can see one of the evil monkeys just about there. Oh, man. So it looks so good. It just looks like basic Danganronpa 1 and 2, but with some expanded ideas, with like the debates getting more intense, everything getting more insane and crazy. So yeah, I am so looking forward to this game right now. I cannot wait to see more from it, to see more trailers, to get more behind that story. Now that we know the government sounds like it's being run by a dictatorship kind of thing. I mean, there was that good comment somebody said today where, I forget who it was, but you said it earlier, about how it could be that rather than them being in a dictatorship, it's just that even though they're underage to vote, they get the chance to vote as being ultimates. But man, it does sound to me like a post-apocalyptic kind of dystopian kind of thing. And that would make so much sense with like all the details of the school, like the overgrowing grass and everything. And hello to you, Sophie W. That's kind of crazy. It was me. Thank you, Jace. You were awesome. That was a very good comment. Danganronpa, 2017 artist. Yeah, Angie's the artist. I love her. Just Maki's most likely going to be cool, but is failing. Might have a mental breakdown. So the Seiyuu should be able to switch from confident to shy. I think even more than confident to shy. Should be able to words. Try and speak too fast. She should be able to do like the shy thing, which I'm sure you're right. She's going to be in the prologue in chapter 1, like acting very shy and cute. Then when it comes down to it later on, she probably will reveal a dark side, like a very evil kind of thing, rather than just her actually being confident. I think she will be a liar for sure. And I think she will also possibly be a murderer in the future, or possibly be the mastermind of the whole thing. Especially with her being shown in that first initial piece of art doing the hush thing, man. Yeah. What if this is a prequel? Just hear me out. What if this is like a test run for Junko in another country or something? I cannot believe that, to be honest. Like, if it was a prequel, then if nothing else, it shouldn't be Junko. But I mean, there's also so much futuristic technology in this one. Like, the bad monkeys are like giant robot things. There's all the laser beams and the fact that they do have the ultimate robot included in this. So I don't believe that. It's still possible. I just don't like the idea personally. So yeah. Thank you for joining me for this one, guys. This was a lot of fun. As I said, like over the next few days, it may take me a while because I'm doing a lot of anime reviews right now for the first week of the new anime season. But I am going to do a video which is basically about who I think is going to be playing who. I mean, I thought we were going to get it confirmed today about which of these Seiyuu were going to be playing which character. So I held off on it. But now that they've like released the list and we don't know who's playing who still, we've got so many great Seiyuu in this list that have done ridiculously good roles. I mean, these like all these anime characters were played by different people, like 34 Hikaru Midorikawa. God damn it, I can't speak. Did like Akihito from Persona 3. And Diarmid, and Kaiba, and fucking, I shouldn't have sworn, but still, Sakamoto from Sakamoto Deska. So he's got that really strong male masculine voice and always plays sexy, confident characters. I'm really thinking he may be Rantaro. So yeah, an incredibly good Seiyuu list. I'm going to be going into who I think is playing who and why I think they're going to be playing them sometime during the week. So I hope you guys look forward to that video. I know, right? Seto Kaiba, it's crazy. And yeah, there are so many that have been like doing anime for like 30 to 40 years as well. So many more connections to Doraemon, like linking it back to the original Monokuma's voice, who unfortunately can't do it anymore. So the one thing I want to end this on, which is kind of a promotional kind of thing, which I'm sorry about, but I really just want to share this with anyone who's a fan of Danganronpa, is there's an anime that came out this week, which is called Mahou Shoujo Ikusei Keikaku. So I'm just going to link you guys to the review here because I'm a dick like that and just straight up say you need to try this anime. It's got a killing game. The main mascot character looks like Monokuma mixed with Kyubey. It's just Mahou Shoujo playing Danganronpa. So I want you guys to try that out. Thank you for joining the stream. If you did, wreck that like button like you mean it. I will see you guys on Twitter. We'll be doing more live events like as more things get revealed, and I will be doing that video on who I think the Seiyuu are going to be playing soon. Thank you guys, and I will see you guys later.